What's up YouTube, Dal here from Zephyr War Games, bringing you a new deck profile. So basically I picked up the Yosenju core -1 Yosenju Karma 1 the other day, and I chucked it together for one of my locals just for a bit of fun and played Yosenju Demise. So I'll run you through the deck. I went 5 wins, 1 loss, and obviously this was the first time playing Yosenju's, first playing with the Demise lot. Just to see how it played out and how it went. So, without further ado, we'll crack straight into it. I've only got 2 Yosenju Karma 1s, but I definitely want this at 3. So I've just got to find, get hold of another one and chuck that in there. So he'll definitely be at 3, no worries about that. 3 Yosenju Karma 2s and 3 Yosenju Karma 3s. Now, the game I lost is basically because I drew into this guy. And I was just constantly chucking out 3, poking at 3, 3 coming back. And then the next draw, if it had been a 1, a 2, or one of the 2 Tsuki, I would have been okay. But like I just constantly draw into 3, it kind of killed me. So that was a bit of a pain. And it is a very short monster lineup. I am now considering after this weekend adding in one of the higher level ones because you know, I got hit with Quaking and that hurt quite a bit, and it kind of sucks not being able to get over Quaking. So yeah, trying to find an out to that, being able to tribute and stuff like that is good. But obviously the main reason for Yosenju's is you can literally pump the board. Like I think in one of my games I went 1, 2, 3, back to 1, and then Suki. So I got my whole hand out and just went bang for game. This is what Yosenju can do. They are like they were quite fun, and they did really well for me. But yeah, there's definitely quite a few. There's a couple of weaknesses that poked up throughout that trial. Anyway, so yeah, I've run 3 card Demise. Now this I'm still not 100% sure on, so I will need, like, by all means, guys, chuck in the comments what you think. So the reason you play card Demise with Yosenju's is because according to the mechanics, Yosenju's get around the discard of card Demise. So the way it works is you bring out you have maybe 1 Yosenju in hand or 2 Yosenjus in hand. You set your card of Demise. You activate your card of Demise. You draw 2. You draw the cards you want. Hopefully you've got a full hand. If not, you've got trapped. You then bring out your Yosenjus. Then your end phase, you resolve Demise and then bring back your Yosenju. So it gets around the discard of card of Demise. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on it. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, card of Demise, it's a really good card to help out. Yeah, it's a really good card to help you out, and it lets you get around certain things, and obviously it lets you draw into your back row, so it's really nice to have. And also another card that you play at 3, which is again really good card in this deck, is Pot of Demise. Pot of Duality. So you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and you choose one from there. This card is really good in this deck because you don't special summon. Your Yosenjus don't special summon each other. You normal summon a Yosenju, and then when the summon is successful, it normal summons another Yosenju, and the chain goes on. The only one that doesn't have the normal summon effect is Tsuchi. Sorry if I butchered his name. So yeah. Yeah, so you obviously you normal summon him last, but the rest of them just bounce them out, and then Yosenju Karma 1 bounces, Yosenju Karma 2 can attack directly, and Yosenju Karma 3, when another Yosenju monster does battle damage, does damage to your opponent's life points, you get to add a Yosenju card. So you just search out your cards. So yeah, they're really quite cool. 2 MSTs, because Backrow is a bitch. Obviously Strike isn't that useful against this deck because you don't special summon at all unless you overlay, but it will obviously knock out the effects if you use your effects with Strike on field. But getting rid of your warnings, and then like I said, the Quakings and Drownings and stuff like that is great. So the next cards are 2 Necro Valleys. Yes, it's probably more of a side deck card, like you don't need to main this card, but it does slow down your opponent. Some people are just like, well, okay, and they just don't know how to get around it. Not the best of cards. I mean, this can easily be taken out for something else, but it does bring a bit of a surprise element to your opponent. 2 Tenki, some people play this at 1, I've played it at 2, just for that search and then that boost in power. So Tenki's quite straightforward. The one Raigeki, because of board clear, I definitely want to add in a Dark Hole. It was my biggest mistake this weekend, was not having a Dark Hole. I completely screwed myself on that one, so that's definitely going in. Oh, sorry guys. Dimensional Fissure. If a deck can run this, run it. So Yosenjus can, because they very rarely, like when they go to the graveyard, that's kind of it. There's no point in them. You don't run any revive cards or anything like that. So banish it. Banish your opponent's stuff. Your opponent hates it when their cards get banished. Well, the majority of cards do anyway. So this is great for monsters. I'll quickly skip through to it. I also run the 1 Macross Cosmo because, again, your opponent hates when their cards get banished, let alone when all the cards get banished. So any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. That's just full stop. But then when this card is face up on the field, any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So your Monarchs aren't getting any of their spells off or traps off. And then obviously your Pendulums are getting banished as well. So this is... those 2 lockdown is great. I mean, I had a game where I had this, and Necro Valley, and it was just like, yeah, lockout. Obviously, Yosenjus get attacked directly a lot, so that's why you play 3 of this bad boy. 3 Drowning Mirror Force. Again, there is weaknesses with Drowning Mirror Force because you have to literally, it's to the last minute. You sit on your Drowning Mirror Force and you just have to hope that your opponent does an MSTM or get rid of them. But apart from that, you're golden. But just in case you do get rid of them, I do run 2 Quaking Mirror Forces just to be safe and secure. With Twin Twister being a thing, some people do play Stardust Road, which is absolutely fine. I have been considering tweaking it in. It's just how big of a thing Twin Twisters is. I mean, like I said, I prefer MST over Twin Twisters. But then with Stardust Road, your back row sitting there waiting for them to use a Twin Twister. And I mean, if you're carded Demise in, it's a space that you kind of really need to make sure you don't discard your entire hand. Now, I mained Anti-Spell Fragrance at my local tournament because there was quite a lot of Pendulums. And it slows my opponent down. Obviously, the one game I did lose, it was against Tellers, so Tellers can actually play this themselves, so it didn't really matter that this was on the field. It was Teller Demise, so that slowed it down a little bit, but even then, it's not end of the world stuff. So yeah, you can easily take these 2 out, just like Necro Valley, and side them out. Another great card. 2 lose 1 turn. This slows your opponent down massively. They just, it gives you that extra draw, that extra time. So it's a really sometimes it can be a confusing card. People misunderstand it quite a bit. But you activate this when you currently control no special summon monsters, which you very rarely use your extra deck for Yosenjus. And then during a turn a monster is special summoned, you negate its effect. If it's an effect monster is special summoned in a tap position, you turn it to defense position. So it slows your opponent down big time, and they have to second guess every time they're going to bring a monster out. 1 Valley's Emptiness because special summoning, see ya. 1 Solemn Strike because it's strike. You need to be playing it. It's the same as obviously the 1 Warning has to be played. The 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and then the 1 Yosenju Secret Move. I'm not 100% sure on this card. So basically, when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated while you control at least 1 Yosenju card, and all face-up monsters you control are Yosenju monsters, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. It's great for the Quakings and the Drownings and the Backrow stuff during the battle phase, but yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, obviously the strikes as well, because it's a spell speed 3. It can help you get around those, but you need to have this set. I mean, I could bump it up to 2. I'm not against bumping it up at all, because it is a very useful card. It's just making sure you've got that built there. So, I mean, they just want to pump out as many on the field as possible and then just go for game. Yeah, so that's it for the full deck. Moving on to the extra deck, like I said, there's not a lot in there, because it's just, you very rarely go into it. You don't really need to unless you have to get past something. So 1 Castel, you can play this at 2, but yeah, 1 at the very least must have. 1 Gargoyle Cowboy, again you can play this at 2 if you need to go for game and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely at 1. 1 Honor Arc, again a must. Abyss Dweller. These are just all generic 4s, rank 4s that you have to play. Daigusto Emerald, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Tiger King, 103 Ragnar Zero, and Lightning Judori. You could obviously play Lightning Judori at 2 as well, because all your Yosenjus are all light. If you play Stardust Road, you'll play Stardust in there as well. So there's definitely a lot of room to tweak around with. Most builds, or most ones I've seen, they do play double Castel, double Cowboy, just to fill up the space. It's not necessary, you don't have to. But like I said, I very rarely went anywhere near my extra deck over the weekend. I think I went into it once or twice. So yeah, that's Yosenju Demise. I hope this helps. Again, it's kind of, apart from the card of Demise, it's a relatively budget build to make. I mean, obviously the strike you don't have to play and stuff like that. But it was quite fun to try out something new. I definitely didn't like the feeling of always leaving myself open, especially if you've already used your back row and your back row is just clear. You're kind of like, there's nothing I can do. I need to go into an extra dex monster, or they need to bounce back. But yeah, apart from that, I was relatively happy with how it went this weekend. It was quite fun. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share for us. And again, as always, let us know if there's anything you want us to see, openings, deck profiles, anything like that. We'll do our very best to get them to you. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. And as always, happy dueling.